Hi everyone, today we're going to be talking to you about tips for living in your van in the wintertime. But before we get into that, make sure to like and subscribe for the best van life content. You might hear the heater roaring in the background, so just slightly ignore that. It's about minus 25 degrees Celsius here. I've lived in this van for 3 winters in a row. I'm actually out of the van right now, but I've had my fair share of cold nights. So the first tip that I want to share with you for living in the van in the wintertime is have a heater. If you're living in a 4 seasons climate year-round, I don't recommend getting a Mr. Buddy heater to depend on the whole time. They're great if you're living somewhere in California and don't have often cold nights, but it's a once-in-a-while type thing. What we do recommend for sure is getting a diesel or gas heater. Something like an S-bar or a Chinese diesel heater will treat you really well. They don't take much fuel and they work when you need them to. The next tip that we have for you is to install a battery isolator. This one right here is the one that we have. It works really well with the Battle-Born batteries that we have in our van. You by no means have to choose this one, but all that a battery isolator does is takes the power from your engine and puts it into the house batteries that you have in your van that power your lights and appliances and all of that stuff. This is a great option because in the winter, the sun is kind of sparse and hard to come by, for us at least, and most of the other winter climates. This will help you power up those house batteries when your solar might not be doing the job. Next tip that we have for you is installing a roof fan. Maybe 1, maybe 2, it depends on the space that you have and the budget that you have as well. I personally have 1 roof fan on the top of the van, and what I do in the wintertime is always keep that cracked open, except for when I'm driving. The reason for that being is even though the S-bar or the heater that you choose will most likely create dry heat, you still have a lot of condensation that builds up over time, especially when you're sleeping and breathing out all that hot air. So having that roof fan cracked a bit, usually on the lowest setting, helps to draw out some of that air and create less condensation and really just prevent mold. Next up is having proper window covers and insulation in your van. Before building out your van, it's really important to evaluate where you're going to be going in the van and what type of insulation you need. We're in Canada, so we opted for spray foaming the entire van, and another reason for doing spray foam was that it would help make up for some of the lost heat we're losing through the many windows in our van. When we are not using the windows, we obviously put this Reflectix in it. You can buy more expensive covers, it's totally up for you. This works for us, and it's a quick and really cheap fix to keeping all the heat inside, and in the summertime, keeping the heat outside. Another thing that I don't see a lot of people doing in the winter, which I think is crucial, is having a water jug with you at all times that is full. We keep our water tank in the back. It depends on the setup of your van, but if the back of your van or your garage space or wherever you keep your water gets frozen, you're gonna want to have a backup with you. In the wintertime, we keep this in the actual living space with us so that we always have thawed and defrosted water just in case anything happens. This tip is the most underrated tip out of all of them, and that is keeping up with your vehicle and heater maintenance prior to winter arriving. Your heater is going to require a little bit of maintenance before the winter seasons comes if you've used it the year previously. We do our heater maintenance about twice a year, and that is changing gaskets, clearing out carbon, everything that keeps it running properly and dependable during the winter. That also goes for your van's engine as well. I like to do the oil, change the fuel filter, all that type of regular maintenance before the winter comes, because I'll tell you right now, it's not a lot of fun laying under a van in the snow while it's minus 25 degrees Celsius out and you can't feel your fingers or get anything done. So just be aware of when the winter's coming and get that stuff done beforehand. A small little thing to add to your van life survival guide, if you want to call it that, is a space heater. This is a really old space heater that does the job when we need it. If things freeze in your van, you have to pull up to a campsite, plug in, something like that. It's really nice to have something that will plug into 120 power when you need it to and defrost things and more spot on quicker than your actual heater will. I'm going to be honest with you. This tip we actually haven't followed through on ourselves, and that is Snow chains. If you're living in a mountainous area or somewhere like Quebec that actually requires you to have snow chains, this is a great one to follow through on. And snow chains will help keep your entire home safe on the road, so it's pretty important. Our van is rear-wheel drive, so just make sure to check what type of van you have, what wheels actually spin the whole van forward before installing them on your van. A lot of the other tips and tricks we've shared are practical, but this one is honestly for your mental health because that matters during the winter time too. With decreased sun, you're not going to be outside as often and the nights are going to be much longer than you really want them to be. So I recommend getting an indoor hobby. Scrolling on your phone for 5 hours each night is not a hobby. Instead, pick up something like reading, maybe join a gym, a climbing gym, something like that. I personally like weaving and looming at night, so just something that keeps you occupied while also staying healthy. I kind of touched on this point when I was talking about the roof fan, but it's really important to take condensation into account. Whether you have a wet vac to clean that up, paper towel, or a really good cloth. I personally use paper towel because it's really quick and easy. I know it's not the most zero waste option, but it works. Condensation is going to happen in your van much more than in a house, so just keep that in mind. And I've actually written a blog post to help you guys out with that, so it's in the description below and you can check it out. So that's all we have for you today. If this was helpful to you and you like this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe below. And make sure to check out last week's video where we actually share some pretty genius van build ideas that are helping a lot of people in their van builds this year. As always, thanks for watching and we will see you guys next week.